it's enough for the snakes or the baby rattle. I play the shadows, don't play no games. I straight get at them. I'm on a all day like it's my favorite album.
I play the salmon, the Cayman Islands dancer. If I don't get the car first, I have a temper tantrum. I innovative, I demonstrated this, played it. I don't care if you owe me it. You need to pay me. I kiss your lady, then kiss the baby. Get situated, get keys off table and leave her. I really made it, get it made. Won't wrestle, wrestlers I spent.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Bengals going up against the Steelers. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Coming up, it's a rematch for last year's AFC wildcard round between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Another pistol look here. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And the man who helped Florida State to a national title in 2013, Devontae Freeman, reeling off a nice run.
I remember when he came out of school and I was evaluating him for the NFL draft. I loved a lot of his game. Run it, catch it, block. But I loved how hard he played. He played every play as if it were his last, and that ran him to the Pro Bowl after the 2015 NFL season. Brandon, as a defender, after a big running play against my group, I'm actually happy to see a draw play. Why? It takes a little bit longer to develop, and that gives me a chance to diagnose it and get to the play quickly.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
I played college football at the same time as T.J. McDonald's father, Tim. And what a great player he was. T.J. definitely is following in his father's footsteps.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Here's Brissett. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. On the play, and that'll make it second down. And here's a look at the starting offense. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a former Tar Heel, Giovanni Bernard. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Sean Lee is a linebacker with an exciting mix of tackling ability and coverage skills.
Brissett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree. One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Let's go. 1, 2.
Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
10 yards still left on second down. Incomplete. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's Bernard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Julio Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Danny Amendola on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Grady Jarrett forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 3rd and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime. Shotgun now for Brady. And there's a flag on the field. And that is incomplete. So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield, and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught by Gates, left side. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, B.J. Goodson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Here's Brissett. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now a carry for Bernard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Brissett. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third down now following the completed pass. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Danny Amendola.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20! Here we go. Check 9, check 9. What's that?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3.
Freeman again. And the window closes quickly. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll come out in the pistol.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Alert! Swag! Go on. Shoot!
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And Amendola with a catch. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? Little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah. And you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
13, fellas, 13, watch 13.
On second down, here's Brady. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
You ever notice that when Tom Brady does get hit and drop to the ground, there's some guys back to him pretty quickly to check on his health, aren't there?
That's exactly right. For as much as he throws, doesn't take a lot of square shots, but took one there.
He's really smart in the pocket, isn't he? Even out of the pocket. He understands where the pressure is coming from. He senses people. You're exactly right. Doesn't take too many direct ones. But that one had to hurt.
So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The rookie from LSU, Deion Jones, in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. 2nd down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come out here in the eye. Now Brady on the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sam Barrington in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, B.J. Goodson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Brissett. And Jones has it over the middle. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Julio Jones, 93 yards, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense. My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
It finds Crabtree for the completion. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. It's caught by Crabtree. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Again, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Brissett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now Bernard. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Second down, 8. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Brady now to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they get him down, but not before he... Takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Brady now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Brady will try again on second down. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Brady now on first down. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Right side catch. This is Gates. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be third down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. Brady going to try and throw on third down. And this is brought in by Pryor. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Brissett. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They come up in an offset eye. On the toss, Bernard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
15 yards through the air and a first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Here we go!
Brissett. It fights him off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Let's go! Let's round! Let's round!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Throwing is Brady on third down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast, maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
Here's Brady. Gates has it over the middle. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. So they're on that play offensively. They ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
20, 53.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's Amendola. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Well, there were times where this felt more like a soccer match. Just not a lot of offense. Really good defensive battle, though.
You kept wondering if one of the teams would break out today. Neither one of them really did. One got just enough points to win the game. Excellent defensive football.
So for Cincinnati, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.